And we should be good to go. We'll finally be able to actually launch off and explore some of these things. So let's go. So yeah, we have our lovely steamship, which we can steer around. There's some guns and fun stuff like that we can use. We can turn our light on and off. Having our light on actually burns up our fuel twice as quickly. So for the most part, we'll leave it off. The problem is that having it off will increase our terror more quickly. So that's something we'll kind of keep an eye on as we get close to some of these lights or just staying close to shore. Our terror will increase more slowly, but you can see in here we're already up to terror 1, so it just kind of slowly moves up over time. And the further we are away from shore, things like that, it'll increase more quickly. Let's go ahead and go full speed. Now I've explored a few things, so I know a couple things like right here. I'll try to check some of these out, but there's plenty for me to explore too, so we'll do some interesting things as well. Here's a pirate ship. We'll try to avoid them for right now if we can. Pirate steam pinnace. Let's see here. So yeah, islands will be dark until you get close enough to them. So, and you can see this little circle here is where you're supposed to be able to land to explore these things. So let's go ahead and check out Hunter's Keep really quick. Let's see if we can cut around and maybe just drift into shore. Get close enough, dock. Perfect. A quiet isle, a grand old house. So, let's click on the Hunter. So there shouldn't be any shops, there's no shipyard, anything like that. So there's just story here. This isn't like a proper port, it's just a place to explore. Hunter's Keep, a hump of dark rock swathed in mist like 100 other Underzee islands. See, I love this kind of like Victorian Gothic style of stuff. You know, I almost wish that there's more like getting out and exploring, you know, on land almost as a, you know, FPS or even a third person kind of a thing. I love it as is, this kind of 2D top down. But I guess I wish there were more kind of games in this style of things. I guess Dishonored is the first thing that comes to mind. So like 100 others Underzee islands, but here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush in the false starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. So what do we want to do? We can head straight to the house. They have heard our ship, so why hide? We could walk in the gardens, we can scout out the island, or spy on the house. You know, let's just go. They know we're here anyway, let's go check it out. Let's see here. Knock and enter. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the young cries. Maybe I shouldn't try to do girl voices. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I'm Cynthia. The nosy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? We are now acquainted with the Hunter's Keep sisters. So yeah, we get to have lunch with one of them. Who shall we choose? Or, yeah, we can still scout out the island, or, you know, chat with the sisters if we would like. Let's see here. We have this. We have recent news. Something awaits you. Okay, so nothing awaits us yet. So let's pick who to have lunch with. The eldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. The middle sister, sunny, relentless, prone to giggles. Or the soft-voiced, watchful, unpredictable one. How about the sunny, restless, relentless, yikes. The sunny, restless, prone to giggles one. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidently. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in the vicar's bed. Wow. I want to hear the rest of that story now. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window planes. The window planes? The windows have become planes? My gosh, maybe I shouldn't try to read all of this. Gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. That does sound delightful, actually. So we've gained, well, 1 supplies. Excellent, that's very nice. We've lost 36 hunger. You know, I honestly don't know where our hunger... Okay, so there's our hunger gauge, which I guess if we run out of supplies, that'll... Or if that was already building up before we've eaten, so that's kind of nice. We should stop here more often to get more of this. We are acquainted with the hunters, keep sisters. That's all for now. We've also lost 1 terror, so that 1 terror that we got built up on the way here is now gone. Is there anything else? Parlor's empty. Sisters are gone. Let's share our news. Ask the sulfur-eyed maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured and you are invited to lunch. Huh. You'll find a story when you make the next port. Fascinating. So, okay, but we went ahead and used up our recent news here, so... But it bought us another chance at lunch. Let's go ahead and have lunch with Phoebe, the soft-voiced, watchful and unpredictable one. Oh my goodness. Phoebe has a story to tell, of 2 lovers parted by water, of a raven that carried messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if to a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room, to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore. The Underzee shimmers below. Islands lie in mineral specimens on black velvet. Wow. Islands lie like mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships bob like wood chips beneath the islands. Vast spine things pulse in the depths. There is a scent like a scent before a storm. The storm came, said Phoebe quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there, you finished the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits. So, my gosh, we got another thing of supplies, and we now have 1 memory of distant shores. At the university and the tomb colonies, they'll pay well for stories of far lands. Fascinating. So, excellent. It's, we should probably head up to the tomb colonies now. We'll be able to sell that off. We've got plenty of supplies now. That was a pretty good run. Alright, thanks, sisters. We'll go ahead and set off, flick off our light, full steam ahead. So one of the other cool things, we'll actually slow down for the time being while I explain this, is our Z-Bat. If we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, we can hit Z or click on this guy here, and it'll send our bat out to kind of scout things out for us. So he'll come back and found out Venderbight is a long way to the northwest. So he'll kind of he'll scout out and find stuff close by. We can look at our chart and figure out, what we've already explored or just kind of where we are as a whole. So, okay, yeah, our Z-Bat found Venderbight way up here, which is nice to be able to have that scout things for us. So we've got that, turn our lights on and off, repair our ship. This thing I haven't stopped at yet. We'll have to maybe explore this ship at some point soon. And then these, the bat swarms, they'll attack our ship as well. It seems like if we have our lights off, we don't really come under attack nearly as much, which is kind of nice, but again, the increase of terror from that can be problematic at times. Alright, we're at a range. So, yeah, here we've got Venderbight, which really isn't that far off at all. Ooh. Cook is outraged. One of the tomb colonists is woken from his coffined rest, found his way to the stores. Oh no! He consumed half a wheel of cheese and an alarming quality of sweat? I'm not familiar with that. Let's keep him in the hold for now since we're basically right here, but we lost 1 supply of balls. If we provided him with more commodious quarters, and if it didn't pitch so abominably, a man grows bored, death is deadly toll, and so forth and so forth. My gosh. Well, maybe we shouldn't, hang on to these guys too long if we're trying to transport something. Man. An Aurorial Megalops. I haven't fought anything like that yet. We'll probably try to avoid fighting anything too terribly big for a while. See, I love how fascinating all these places look. I'd love to be able to just, get out and physically walk around and explore them, but unfortunately, can't entirely do it. So, okay, yeah, there are hunger bar increases. I'm with you. Alright, let's bring this baby around. cut our engines and drift right on in. Please tell me we make it. Perfect, dock. So we still got plenty of fuel. Like, just over one thing of fuel to get here. Alright, the tomb colony of Venderbight. On deck you can hear the sound of 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience, or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. Yikes. Okay, so let's see here. We don't have enough terror to do this guy yet. A dusty glass of wine. We can explore Venderbight, or we can visit the first curator. So explore Venderbight. Here they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. Let's go ahead and explore really quick. Oh my gosh. A little chapel stands alone. You poke your head through the door. The walls are a deep red, just this side of scarlet. A ruby-tinted window at the back glows with steady light. An electric lamp beyond the glass? Rare and expensive, this is no gaslight. No one is here, and yet you have the sensation that only a moment ago someone must have been. So we can go ahead and leave. We can leave an offering. For 1 echo, we have 7. That's really not that much. Or search the place, a straightforward challenge. Mirror's quality gives us a 99% chance of success. Let's explore. Oh gosh. There's an altar, a block of basalt. There are pews, a pulpit, no Bibles, no hymn books. The stained glass window is a red of, well, I don't even want to try to say that word, cochineal? I'm going to have to bring my, dictionary along when I start reading these things. An inscription on the lintel of the door reads, "For I was a-hungered, and ye gave me meat, that is all. Your crew are eager to leave, no one looks back." So we gained 1 terror. That's all for now. We succeeded in a mirrors challenge, and we gained 20 fragments. Fascinating. So, only another 117 to gain a secret. That's pretty sweet. Let's get out of here, though. Okay. Yeah, what's going on with the tomb colonists? Let's see if we can gather some news. All along the coasts of the Underzee, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. So we got a port report for Venderbight now, which is pretty nice. We'll be able to exchange that back at home. And let's go ahead and visit the first curator. Z-Captains, the first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonists. It has been here much longer than London, like the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. This time is close. Alright. No more light. Oh my gosh. These words. Obsequious? I don't even begin to know what that means. The Obsequious? Steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter beads buzz in the latticed ivory tube. There are no other sources of light. A bandaged shape no larger than a child lies crumpled on the couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of bees. We can listen to the whispered request, ask about the Grand Sanatorium, accept a commission, or depart for now. Not sure if we want to accept any commissions. Yeah, Z-Captain Silkskin, not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors, 7 colors. Pay well. Let's at least find out. Cosmogon, Irigo, Pelican, Steward has list. Find them here and there across the Black Sea. Oh my god, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, well, yeah, let's ask about the Grand Sanatorium. I guess as we explore, we'll hopefully pick up some of these colors and we can bring them back. It doesn't seem like we have to do it right now, but we can do it over time. Tell me about the Grand Sanatorium, though. One hears the name whispered here and there in the arcades of Venderbight. Oh, Silkskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to Z. So we needed something else, somewhere to end. Fascinating. Okay, see you later. Alright. Steward bows. The Obsequious. Steward bows obsequiously. You know, everybody else probably knows that word but me, you know, our 11 viewers. If anybody knows what that word means, please put it in a comment or send us something on Twitter or something like that, because that seems like a fascinating word. And I want to use it more often. And I want to know how to pronounce it, because, oh my gosh. So yeah, if we can see in the bottom left too, as we discover places, we get fragments from discovering places. So that's why our bar's kind of filled up, which is pretty nice. As I'm just glancing around at everything, my goodness.